Good morning, everyone. This is George. Welcome to another 5-minute warm up. And today I have the chance to actually go and run. I'll put an image up here on one of the local kind of bike paths in the Atlanta area. This is it's the path. That's what it's called, and it connects into the Beltline and some other paths around Georgia. But what's great about it is that it is a multi-use bike, walking, running path that snakes around the city. And it's great because it's protected from cars. It lets you to go through some of the different neighborhoods. It's in a very scenic area. You get to see some little creeks. You get to see some woods. You get to see a lot of really nice things around Atlanta. And hopefully you have a spot like this. You know, maybe you live in the country and you don't need things like this. But maybe you live in the city, and it would be great if you have an area that's protected that you can run and maybe get some nature when you're in the city. And what I wanted to talk about was how do these things get created? How do they get maintained? And in the case of the ones in Georgia, and this I think is a lot like this in many cities, they're not always government-sponsored public works. In fact, a lot of times, and this is the case at the one I'm about to run on now, they are sponsored by nonprofits, by non-government entities. And the reason why this is important is that means you can help. That means that if you like these different types of paths and you want to see more of these paths, or you want to see these paths grow and expand, you can help. You can help get involved in a much easier way than if you had to be an elected official or go through the public channels. And there are a lot of ways to get involved, but the way that I have always been taught, the way I always think about it is that there are three kind of helpful ways that you can get involved with nonprofits or entities such as that. It involves giving your treasure, your time, or your talent. Those three ways. And the first one, treasure, is the one that most people think about. It's the idea of, well, let me just donate money. Let me cut them a check. And there's no question that's helpful. If you are able to contribute money to these organizations, that goes a long ways to allow them to buy the surveyors they need, to buy the employees they need, to pay the executives that work at these foundations, to help them negotiate the land deals they need to build these paths. There's no question that your financial donations help and they matter. And so that's a really big way you can contribute. But if you can't donate, there are other ways you can go help. And the second one of these is your time. These organizations always need people to help. They always need people to volunteer. And this is the volunteer to help them execute on the plans they have put into place. It could be working the trails to make them cleaner, to clean them up. It could be, building a handrail. It could be helping them in the office. It could help them doing outreach, right? There's a bunch of different ways that you can just say, hey, I have a couple hours. Let me donate my time. And that goes a long way to helping these organizations. But the final one that I think is particularly helpful for a lot of people, especially a lot of runners that I interact with, is you can donate your talent. And what I mean by this is that you all have a talent. And there's a good chance that talent can help an organization like this. Maybe you are an accountant. Maybe you're a CPA. And there's a service that you can lend to the organization. Maybe you're a surveyor. Right? Maybe you're an architect. Maybe you're a planner of some sort, some kind of city planner. Or maybe you're just a really good word worker and you could help build some of the different structures that these places need. Maybe you are really good at organizing stuff and you can help bring teams together to organize a team of volunteers or organize a team of other people to help. There are so many talents that you have these organizations would crave. And so at the end of the day, if you like these different paths and you want to see more of them, it doesn't always come down to petitioning the government. Sometimes it comes down to finding these nonprofits that are constructing these paths and finding out how you can help by donating your treasure, your time, or your talent. Best wishes.